Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. Welcome into another Marriage Monday. This is Jeremiah Jennings, joined with you today for another Marriage Monday. Savannah is here with us. She is my beautiful co-host and wife. How are you? Excited to be here?
Good.
Excited to be here?
Always.
Good.
I feel like you swapped around some wording there.
Yeah, changed it up. Changed it up a little bit. You know,
new year, new
year, new us.
Yeah.
New year, new us. What a year
it has been.
We have coming up. Yeah. What a year 25 was, man. We did a good review last week on just kind of the year and
so crazy.
The goods and the bads, you know, ups and downs, but overall a pretty good year. We didn't sleep for the majority of it. Slowly starting to sleep a little bit more.
Slowly.
Maybe we'll remember more of what we talk about this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I was thinking about that as I was doing my little thing too. You know, I do hope as a general rule, I do remember a lot more of this year. I remember a lot of this past year.
Yeah.
More than I think I thought I would.
We did a lot. We did a good job. Pictures trigger a lot too.
100%.
Pictures and videos trigger a lot.
Yes. And I think this is going to sound dumb, but hanging around the same people helps too. That I don't think that makes sense, but I feel like when you have conversations with like the same people, you like can keep the dialogue go. You know, so it's like easy to remember.
Yeah.
That, and we've done a pretty good job of, you know, staying plugged in.
For sure, yeah. Hadn't had too much alone time, which has been good.
If not, yeah.
We have focused on. I think that. Probably the second half of the year, more closer to the end of the year, started focusing a little bit more on spending time, you know, more undevoted time, just us, not necessarily going and doing, but just having some time at home. And because it was a very, very, very busy year, and we acknowledge that. And we're not going to go back and hash all that back out today because, again, like I said, we did a full recap last week. But for us this year, it's going to be a lot more close to home, not as much traveling, not as much going and doing, but a lot more setting things in motion here and just continue to grow ourselves and our marriage and relationships with each other, relationships with spiritual relationships and with kids as well. We're at a point now where like we're getting to Jack is starting to understand and just comprehend a lot more too. Like he's at a point where he's memorizing stuff very quickly.
Yes.
We have a song that I would say like it's like our family anthem. And Jack sings it almost word for word now.
Yeah.
And
we didn't even mean for that to happen. We just like liked the song. I don't even know. You kind of started that and then he liked it, so we just kept playing it and we're like, okay.
And now we play it multiple times a day.
Yeah, literally.
But it shows like how receptive he is right now, how
just
open he is.
They're just little sponges.
He's just soaking everything in, and so I think that like our focus this year. If you had to put on, I don't even know that I have a word for it. Just based on like our outlook on the year and you know just the things that we're trying to get out of it. I don't know of a good word that encompasses all of said topics, but it just what do you think a good word is? Like
to describe?
Yeah, like our word for the year. You know, like I think we need to come up with a word for the year. I would like to do that. I'm not gonna be able to sit here and do it. And
yeah, I was gonna say like I have some like little phrases like bobbing around in my head, but I don't know.
Like what?
They're going to sound dumb. The first one that comes to mind, just when I think about all the, like, we've had so many conversations about this year, like about what we want out of it and like what we want to put into it and all these things, that the first thing that comes to mind that is very generalized, but would apply to every single area is intentional and or like, again, this is kind of a silly term, but like locked in. Like I feel
I was going to say discipline.
Yeah. So I feel like, again, locked in's kind of silly, but I feel like we are very locked in, like in each of these areas that we've talked about.
Yeah.
We are, but you can be locked in about being intentional or about being disciplined or whatever. Yeah, I like both of those. I don't know. Focused.
That's one.
I think I like discipline. That it feels like a little bit stronger. Like there's a little more there.
I made a custom thread in my chat the other day, and it's literally called Project Discipline. Just talking about the things, like holding yourself to a standard, and like holding our family to a standard too. I think is one of the huge things. And I'll be honest, like our passion, and you're gonna see and hear a little bit more of this in the next couple of weeks. I just don't want to. We used to have conversations to have and get things lined out, what it looks like. But like some things are going to change with this show, and just the outlook on it, because my passion and I think ours together is just like growing our family the best way that we can, and then trying to share and show and embody that for others. Because I think that it's very easy in today's world to consume content, right? Like content is just everywhere. There's no matter what it is. We've talked about this on the show throughout the week. I've said it in conversations many times. Like we live in the world, and I heard this from Gary Vee first. I would not take credit for it, but we live in a world of interest media, not social media. Social media was a world of like, hey, I friend Savannah, Savannah friends me, I follow you, you follow me, I see your stuff, right? That's what Instagram used to be. Yeah. That's what Instagram was when it first came out. That's when I first got Instagram. That's what it was.
Well, that's kind of like everything, like Facebook.
That's how every social media was. Yeah. 100%. If I didn't follow you, I didn't see your stuff. Like that's where like followers came from, and that whole like growing a platform and doing just that whole gig, everything that went with that, and growing followers. And in the last, I would say 4 years, like that has totally been flipped upside down to where it's now interest media. It doesn't matter. Half of what I see, I don't even follow the people. It's just the algorithm pushing it to me.
So weird.
And that is what, like, there's Facebook, literally your home feed now is not your friend's feed. You have to go to like a specific
tab to only see your friends.
It will only show you friends stuff.
That's so crazy. I forgot that they did that.
Yeah. And that one's fun. I kind of like going to that one sometimes. Cause I'm like, I forgot you existed.
Right.
Because that's not what it shows you a lot of times. Like, and so, needless to say, endless content to come up with, right? And I think where to consume. That's what I mean, to consume.
Yeah.
And I just get caught like everyone else in the world going down rabbit holes of things like just make no sense. Like, why are we watching this? What are we doing? Not even bad stuff, just like what time wasting.
Yeah, you just really have to think about like, how's this adding to my life?
Exactly. And if we want to be intentional, we want to be disciplined. Like that's one thing that I want to be better at, is not falling into that trap. But along with that, I want to create a solution for that, right? And that's where I want our show to continue to grow and try to be more of a benefit to you guys listening and truly grow an audience and a platform that are coming and trying to really build families together. And because that's what this show has turned into the last 2 years. When we started this, it was, hey, let's get on here, and as we had been married, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
Like, let's get on here and talk about some marriage stuff and running a business together, and like that's.
Yeah.
What, you gonna push back?
No, I'm not gonna push back. I'm thinking. No, I feel like you're acting like we tried to act like we knew what we were doing, and I feel like we were very open about.
No, we did not act like we knew what we were doing. 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The entire time we were like, look, we're newbies, we're figuring it out, right?
Well, and that was our whole thing. Is like. And it still is. It still is. The whole
I still don't know
what
we still don't know what we're doing.
No. I mean, just like the whole we'll figure it out together type thing. We're just going to be super open about what we're going.
I'm never going to talk about something that I don't know about. right? Like that's I'm never going to talk about in business about running a $2 million company if I've never got a $2 million company. There's no point, right? Like, why would I lie and come up with that stuff?
Right.
Now, I will talk about principles that I think could be beneficial at that point, or I've heard passed down to me, right? If I have a friend or a mentor, we have a couple that mentors us and says, hey, do this, that may be something that I share on the show, but I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I did this. This is the gospel. Do it,
right.
type thing. But as we've transitioned the last year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, like Jack's 3 now, 3.5, it is very evident that, like, I want our platform, I want our life to be a strong family unit. Like, that is what we literally had this conversation the other day about looking at pictures and things, like seeing and it becoming evident of, like, we have like that family unit comes to play now. Like, it comes, like, you look at the pictures of us and it's like, okay, like, we have this now. Like, this is a thing.
Right. It's so wild.
And I just know that, like, when I was growing up, my dad was in full-time ministry, in a pastoral role. My mom was working outside of the home. And so, like, our life was different. Our life was, again, at the church all the time. Anytime the doors was open, we were there. Anytime the doors weren't open, we were there for the most part.
Yeah, you literally lived there for a time.
Even when the doors weren't open, we were there. And I would not change that, right? I would not change my childhood 1 second, what we did, how we were raised, anything like that. But I do want us to continue to come together and grow our own family here, and just put an emphasis on what it means to be a unit, right? What it means to be a Christ-centered, to walk a Christ-centered marriage, right? To lead a home as a father, to lead a home as a mother. And that's going to be us learning it as we figure it out, right? That's going to be us sharing as we go. That's going to be us literally reading books and experiencing life together. And again, never saying we have it all figured out, but just diving into that journey head first and saying, okay, here we go. Let's share this with whoever we can and help whoever we can, because we're in the thick of it, right?
Right.
And those things are not, like, there's so much life that if you just talk about it more, you can get through it so much easier. I'm a big believer in that, like, talking about the hard things, the things that no one wants to talk about. Yeah. Like, if you have those things discussed, if we sit here as a podcast and you ask us a question, or you have a conversation, not even a question, but just like have a conversation, bring something up as a point, then we put that out there and discussion starts from that. Like, that's how people learn and grow. Like, that's how.
Well, because I don't know that you go on a whole tangent about that, about like not talking about the hard things and keeping things kind of in the dark, but like there's just so much like freedom in talking about things that you think you're alone in, because then you realize that you're not alone. And like, whatever it is, like, if you think like, oh, we're probably the only people that like really deal with this, or like nobody else probably acts this way, or whatever, and you hold on to that, then it becomes something that like kind of like owns you, and like that you continue to struggle with in your marriage or in your life or whatever. But by like being open and talking about it, then you realize that you're not alone, or that other people also deal with X, Y, and Z, or, like, oh, it actually is better for them to talk about the really hard things so that they can actually move forward. I don't know. I just feel like that opens a lot more doors than you think it does, in positive ways, when you actually do talk about the hard things. Yeah,
but the perfect point is, like, the amount of people that are thinking the same thing you're thinking, they just won't say it.
100%.
Right? Like, they won't have the guts to stand up and say it, and that's okay, right? Like, but there are people out there that are called to say those things, and quite frankly, like, that is, I feel like that is something that the Lord has blessed me with.
No, yeah, not me, but He has you.
It is in a joking way, but in a not joking way at the same time. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me, and if something needs to be said, if something needs to be talked about, like, sign me up, I'm your guy type of thing.
Yeah, I'm the most, like, it's not to a fault. Like, you just, like, if you feel strongly about something and you have gotten better, there's an immature way to handle that.
Exactly. There's a way to voice your opinion.
Right. It's not like I need to be heard and I'm going to say it. It's like you know your time and you know your place in the situation. But, like, if you feel strongly about something and you feel like it matters that it gets said, you don't have a problem saying it, no matter who's in the room. I did not think I was a non-confrontational person. And I guess it kind of depends on the situation. But I'm, like, the most, like, peacekeeper type person, especially in, like, social things. Like, my family would probably laugh at me because, with them, I'm like, y'all know me. I don't care. But, like, I do not like to ruffle feathers. Like, I love for everyone to be happy. And so I am married to someone who, like, doesn't care. And so that I have anxiety.
It gives us a good balance.
We'll be places and I'll see it start to, like, the wheels start to turn in his mind and he starts, like, getting a little shifty, like he's gonna needs to say something, and my butthole just clenches. I'm like, oh, freak me, like, here we go. And so sometimes I will physically be like, please don't. Jeremiah, just please don't. It's okay. We can talk about it later. It's okay. Please don't. He does it anyways. He always does.
Everybody's got that.
And sometimes I black out, and it's fine. One time I did. I don't even. He said it. He said the thing, and I was like, "Oh God, here we go. I'm out." And then I don't remember anything.
You didn't even know what I said.
Not after. No, you said it, and I looked at my friend next to me, and I said, "I'm gonna black out. I'm out. I'm
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
You just brought it up. Like, you just felt like it needed to be said when we were at our. Y'all, here's just some context.
Was this the divorce rates?
Yes. We were at our
that needs to be talked about.
Our marriage small group. Marriage small group within our church at the social Christmas party. Okay? So there's your context.
I wouldn't call it a marriage small group. It's a small group that is a lot of young married couples.
Okay, you're right. I will say that 94% of the people in there are married.
Correct. But it's not a marriage small group. It's just a small group that's studying the Bible and growing relationships.
But 94% of
Correct.
people in that room are married.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I think
98% of that. 100% that were there that night were.
No.
Except one.
98. Okay, I wasn't going to say except one.
7% were.
It doesn't matter. The majority of people in the room were married. And we were at our small group Christmas party. Supposed to be lighthearted. Supposed to be fun. Supposed to be whatever. And there was this little spiritual component. Like, Jeremiah and I both shared our testimony. Like, because they wanted to be okay. Well, at the end, he goes off on this tangent about how statistically half the people in the room are going to get divorced.
That's not true.
Okay, well, that's what I heard, and I was like, oh, why do you have to say that? Literally, why? Know the time, know the place.
That was actually the time and the place.
There was no reason for you to start talking about divorce at the Sunday school Christmas party.
Well, people think...
What is wrong with you?
Because people think it can't happen to them.
I sunk into the back of that couch and disappeared into the abyss of the inside the wall.
No, on the contrary, it was the perfect time because everyone thinks it's not going to happen to them, right? So they don't actually put in the work to avoid it.
Why did it have to be then?
Because it's the context that we were talking about raising kids. We were talking about staying together, talking about building a unit out of our small group and what that looks like the next couple years.
I told you I blacked out. I don't know what you said after that.
Exactly. So you missed all the good stuff. The context that came with it.
I don't even know how we got onto this, but Jeremiah will have no problem talking about the hard things. I don't have a problem talking about the hard things if it's all in context. And it's not blindsiding anybody.
Well, so here you go. This is what we're transitioning to. The hard things. Maybe that's what we call this podcast. The Hard Things Podcast.
The hard things. Oh my gosh. Get out.
Now my wheels are turning.
Get out. What's wrong with
good.
You? Okay, I gotta go.
We're gonna talk about the things that are hard. We're going to talk about the things that are tough. But no, like seriously, if you have these things coming up in your life and you're struggling with some things, like these are the topics to talk about, right? That you need someone that's giving insight into this. And I want to do it from a place of, again, we haven't been married for 30 years, but we've been married for 6. So we have gone through like that very beginning
We're
phase.
about to hit the 7-year itch.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but people say it.
Yeah. I think we got that a year early.
What?
What is it? What is a 7-year itch? What is that?
I don't know. Should I look it up?
I don't even know what that means. I was
Well,
just
then why
assuming-
did you just say we got it early?
I was just assuming there was like a little rough patch in. Is it like a rough patch? Like
we had a rough patch?
100% had a rough patch. You know that.
I actually don't really know what you're referring to, but
We didn't have a true rough patch. Nothing was like, oh, we were in trouble.
you're talking about the fact that I was just like postpartum. Sorry.
No, we just had a lot of growth this year.
That doesn't mean you're in a rough
Last year.
spot.
That's why.
Okay. Anyways, the 7-year itch is a popular concept suggesting that marital or long-term romantic relationship satisfaction declines in the 7th year.
Okay, no, that's
Often
not what I
marked-
meant. We did not have that. then.
Yeah, I was like, what the frick are you talking about? Marked by restlessness, dissatisfaction, and never mind.
Read it with the hard things.
Increased infidelity, temptation. That was not a thing. It's considered more of a life stage than a hard rule, potentially coinciding with the stress of young kids, demanding careers, and faded honeymoon phase excitement.
Which is all very applicable. Like that is very applicable.
Yeah, I mean it's the
Very
7-year
true.
itch.
And that is so. No, we 100% did not have that. By the way,
I was like, what the heck are you like?
yeah, it's not what I thought it was going to be. That's 100% applicable, and that's exactly why like this needs to be a focus, right? It's exactly why we need to have these conversations, and you need to focus on like this time in life, because the amount of people that would go through this and like it just really, what gets my wheels turning is like talking to the people that are 35 and 40 who are in like year 12 and 13 now, and can look back and say, yeah, that 7, 8, 10-year stretch was rough, because that's when you have traditionally.
I do fear it's coming a little bit.
Like,
Just like this season of
Traditionally,
life.
you're in 4 to 7 to 9-year-old kids at that point. Like it just depends on how early you have them, how late you
But
have
like, if those kids can get up and give themselves cereal, then like, what are you? Like, what's so
them. What
hard?
are you complaining about? Again, stage of life we're in, right? It's all very applicable.
Who was telling me that if their kid gets up and turns cartoons on, and they don't even know they're up?
Raise. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a pretty wild thing to think about.
I'll never forget.
It's kind of scary at the same time, though.
Yes.
Like, I don't know that I like that.
I
but
know. I wasn't necessarily all gung ho for like the getting up and turning the TV on. I just mean,
No, I just mean the ability to do that. That's kind of scary. Like, your kid is developing fast.
oh gosh, yeah.
That, like, the ability to do that, like, if that's what they have to do, like, they can do
They
a lot
start
of other
having
things.
some autonomy.
Exactly.
That's scary.
Well, and some, like, true. You know what I've noticed recently?
Oh,
Stage of life?
gosh.
Like, Jack's starting to, like, really get. He can, like, put all of his clothes on now.
I know. I think about it often because I remember that being such a patience trigger for me. Like,
Yeah.
thinking about how like one day I'm gonna have to like he has to learn how to put his shirt on and put his pants on and put his socks and shoes on, and like that's gonna be really hard because we're gonna be running out the door, and like it's really hard for me to like encourage independence and all these things, and like he's just kind of doing. Don't get us wrong, like he still struggles.
The shirt, I don't think he can get his shirt on yet.
Yeah, not
That's
a shirt.
the only thing. But he can get everything else on. He put socks on tonight. On
He
the
can-
right, like
most shoes he can do, underwear
he got it
and
great
pants.
today.
I've been teaching him about the tag. The tag has to go
Tag
in
in
the
the
back.
back, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, autonomy. Yes. Like he will come in here and come back to our room with certain food items.
Yeah, he comes and climbs
we're
in
like,
the cabinet.
I'm sorry. How do you have that? Anyways, so yeah, I think that is true though. Like autonomy starts to happen, which is, it's like we've said though, like, so it's not a surprise that with every stage things get easier and harder at the same time. Like
Yeah.
in certain ways, and you choose. Some people choose their hard. I mean, you don't get to choose it. Like you choose your favorite hard, right? Like some people can't stand the baby age, but I'm like, what do you mean? Like it's so great for other reasons,
Yeah.
Like it's just depending on you as a person and what you see as challenging.
Yeah. I'm 100% not the baby face. Give me the toddler face.
God bless America. Give me that baby all day long.
Yeah. Toddler phase is rough. It is. It's challenging for sure. It's fun though, but it's challenging.
You know what? It's really fun when they start learning to tell you no.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more fun.
And you know what makes it really fun? When they start
away.
telling you no in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, that is good. Too.
Wow.
And
Anyways.
you learn to keep your cool in that situation too.
It's so hard.
See, this is the conversation to be having right now because everyone's going through this. If you have a kid this age, like you are dealing
and
with
what
this.
happens inside your body when your kid tells you no in front of a group of people? You're like, oh my gosh.
If I could just get my hands on you right now.
Yeah, and then you're like, wow,
Down
I'm
the other
such
side
a
of the room.
freaking sinner. I'm so prideful because all I care about is what these people think of me, not what my kid's actually doing. Because the reality is just like, do I really care what they're doing? No. Usually, it's not like that big of a deal. Like Jack tonight asking to go upstairs. Like, I don't really care if you go upstairs, but I told you no. Like I told you not to do it, and then all these people told me saw you, and they saw you told me no. So then you feel like everyone's watching how you handle it. That's just a girl. Like, is that just me?
No, it's real.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like that's a deeper conversation that we're not doing tonight.
Oh yeah.
Like if that's right or wrong, like there's a lot of areas.
What do you mean if it's right or wrong?
Like your reaction to that,
that's wrong. You shouldn't
Yeah.
in those moments you shouldn't be so consumed with your pride that it affects how you discipline your child.
Yeah, I do think part of it though, I don't know. I don't know that you should care about how they think, but a lot of it does show, it shows you, and it's not going to show you behind closed doors, but you can judge people based off of. That sounds bad. It's gonna show me a lot about who I'm gonna let my kids be around, right? Not in the sense of if that
That's
kid,
what
not
I'm
in a sense
saying.
of if that kid told the parents no.
Yeah, but how
But how the
parent
situation handled it.
Right.
That's the thing. So it's
you can be. We're saying two different things. I think you should be mindful about how you react.
The sole reason
in
cannot
front
be
of
because.
people, but you can't react out of pride.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Because sometimes it's like your kid does something, and the people around you, whatever, they're acting a fool, and you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then they tell you no, or they run away from you. And it's I need to show them that I don't let this fly or whatever.
Or you just let them do it.
Or you just let them do it, which is.
I shouldn't say it's worse. That just.
Sometimes that feels easier in the moment, but what does that really teach?
But this is it. This is the stuff, right? So what we're doing now is we're unpacking our real life day to day, and this is where kind of
because those things happen to us multiple times today.
This is where my passion is right now. This is the things that I think there's so many people out there in the world. I know there are. America's being repopulated every single day. There's millions of babies born.
Just in our city of Trustville at First Baptist Trustville, anyways.
There's 50 freaking in our small group, it feels like.
We're doing our part. We're being fruitful.
This is not a joke, guys.
Multiplying.
You're going to laugh when I say this. We have a small group of 47 people in it, give or take 5 maybe. And there's an Excel sheet with kids on it. Because
to keep up with
kids and pregnancies.
Due dates and kids' ages.
I don't know every kid's names.
I do.
I don't know every kid's name.
I do.
Can't do it.
I wish I could tell you how many babies we added just last year. I would have
At
to
least
sit down and count.
6. At least 6.
Oh, at minimum.
Yeah.
There was 3 within a month or something.
At the very end, Tate was 4. Those 2 were 5. Yeah, 6 to 10 at least.
Yeah, I mean, we can walk it back if you want.
No, we're good. 6 to 10. So that is where the passion is, right? And so I want you to know that's what's coming from us this year on the show.
Not just parenting.
Not just parenting, right? But the parenting is a part of the family unit, right? That is a part of building a family that strives to serve each other well and grow closer together and be a light to their communities, to the world through. But again, it starts within your 4 walls.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we start within our 4 walls and then you take it and do it in yours as well? So that's just what I'm excited for. That's what gets me that's what really gets me moving nowadays is like, let's grow the business. That's one side of my life. The other side of the life in tangent, right? Like pieced together is let's build our family unit. And when we do those things together, like there won't be anyone that will stop us. Like if we can do that and do it well, there won't be anyone. So that aspect is also going to come into this, right? Like I'm still an entrepreneur. We're still building an entrepreneurial family, growing a business, leading people.
Just as much our life. Yeah.
It is our life, right? Like we are still in that. And that's not going anywhere. It's just a matter of like how.
Yeah, and we have. I mean, I don't even know that you should even put this like label on it because it's still such a big part of like what we want to do and like what this year we hope for it to look like and all of those things. And as Jack gets older, like all of the things that we want him to learn and teach from that. So I think what you're saying is like we're just gonna maybe talk and focus a little more on like the family side of things instead of like this is running a business together, but
Correct.
like that running a business together is our life.
Yeah, it's just part of it.
So like it will get talked about in a more natural setting instead of it being like here are 3 principles of things. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like especially like to be honest, if we were to try to do that now, that would feel extremely forced because of like what my role is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think with everything, there's like ebbs and flows with seasons, and this is just like the season we're in. And so we're trying to be true to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. It's just a matter of like how well can we build, like I said, inside of our 4 walls, and then hopefully in some way, shape, or form help you go build in your 4 walls, and that organically goes out to the world, right? In your city, in your church, in your friends, in your family, right? Maybe you have a family that's not a good situation. Maybe you have a family that you don't know how to approach them about a conversation or have a conversation. Like those are the things we want to get into. Those are things that I want to tackle here on this show the next couple months and years ahead, is just building, again, your people and serving your spouse well. And that is another one that, like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this now. If you have listened to the show and you're like, I don't know if I want to listen to this or not, like, we're going to talk a lot about serving each other this year and what that looks like, into like really specifically, some specifics of it, some like micro and macro. How does this work day to day? What are some big principles? But this unit doesn't get built if Savannah and I don't serve each other well, and we have to figure that out for each other. And then again, we're just going to share that along the way as we can, because we haven't figured it out, but we figured a few things out, and I want to make sure that that's something that, again, we do down the road. So anyway, you guys have a great Monday if you're listening real time. If you're listening later on, still have a great day whenever it is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever you're listening. Mm-hmm. Come back next Monday real time for our next Marriage Monday. And there'll be another big announcement on that show. Don't miss it. If you like today and you like where this show is going, then don't miss next week, because you're going to hear even more, see even more, and see the future of what we've got coming here. So I'm pumped. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to continue this road ahead. If you can leave us a big 5-star rating review on this show, that would be a great help to us. We love coming to you each and every week here. We've done, what do we say, 200-ish?
I can't even keep count, yeah.
No, 300, but yeah, between 150 and 200. 3 years, 3.5 years, and 50 episodes a week, or 50 episodes a year. So something in there. I've done it a lot. We really do enjoy it. I would not keep doing it, because promise you, we're not making the hourly rate that we need to be to put the show out. But it's more of a, hey, let's do this. Let's, again, share and help however we can, and impact one person, and we're making a difference, and that's what I'm here for. So if you guys would, leave us a big 5-star rating review. If we can help you, reach out and let us know. Stay tuned for a lot of the big things coming this week here in our company. We're going to share a lot more, show you a lot more, the ins and the outs of it, and looking forward to a great year ahead. You got any big announcements, anything to showcase here?
I don't think so. It's rock and
back,
rolling.
normal life. It goes back to
Yes.
regularly scheduled programming this week.
We're all ready for some regular.
Everyone is. I'm so ready. It was nice for a week. This 2-week thing has got to go.
No,
I'm ready to get back in the
it
office.
was fine. It's just, it's been like a 2.5 week thing with like schools and stuff. Like it's just the way the dates have fallen. It has felt longer than normal. 2 weeks is okay but at the end of the 2 weeks, it's like, all right, it's time to go back. Everything's got to go up. Toys got to go away. Y'all got to get out of that. Everybody's got to get out of the house.
Everything's got to get cleaned. Like it's time to just reset.
Everybody needs a reset. Everybody needs to get out of the house. We need to have a good old, just a normal week. So here we go.
Here we go. Let's do it. Have a great week, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Without any further ado, guys, that's going to wrap this one up, and we'll catch you here on the next one. See ya.